Friends, we can learn a lot from history. In fact, history teaches us a lot of things which we can project and also incorporate into our lives. As they say, history repeats. But I don't know about whether history will repeat in its exact sense, but the lessons of history can always repeat again and again in our life. Today, I'm going to share with you one such lesson from history which will help us become a better version of ourselves. Hey friends, I am CSK and you're watching me on my channel CSKSpeaks. Friends, you must have all heard of Muhammad Ghazni. Muhammad Ghazni, he is infamous in the history of India for all the work what he has done in destroying and destructing places and people, their work and our heritage. So today, I am not here to talk to you about all the wrong things which Ghazni has done. Those are always available in our textbooks, in our history books. But as they say, look for the good even when things are bad. I am here to tell you, can we look at one good thing of Muhammad Ghazni and take that lesson for our life? And that's the effort which I'm making today through this video. Can we look at one good thing? And here's that good thing from Muhammad Ghazni's life. Legend says it that he found a slave by name Ayaz. Ayaz was bought. Back in those days, you had to buy out your slaves and keep them with you for doing all your work. So Ghazni bought Ayaz when he was 7-year-old. 7-year-old Ayaz didn't know what to do and just merely follow his master's orders. He did not care about how good a man was Ghazni or not. All that mattered to Ayaz was to keep his master comfortable and happy. So as he was growing, he did every other chore which Ghazni told him to do and sometimes even did not tell him. But then, as a slave, he graduated to become a minister because he won the heart of Ghazni, and long story short, Ghazni deputed him as a minister in his court. Now, arguably, this kind of promotion was not well received by the other ministers. Other ministers were jealous, envious, and they were trying to feed Ghazni with all sorts of nonsense about Ayaz. Because for them, from where they came, how can a slave boy go on to become a minister? Because this boy was neither qualified nor educated or nor cultured to don the hat of a minister. So every single time when the ministers used to go to Mr. Ghazni, Muhammad Ghazni, and tell him that, you know what, this boy is not fit, or this boy is done this, or this boy shouldn't be a minister, Ghazni used to tell them, let's see. He never used to react. He never used to take a decision. He never used to even shoo them away. He used to give them a patient hearing, but finally, he used to just say, let's see. In fact, the joke around the kingdom then was everything, every time we bring it to his notice, that is the notice of Muhammad Ghazni, all he had to say was, let's see. Now one fine day, Ghazni decides enough is enough. Let's do this. And then it was just after Eid, so he decides to throw a treat, a party of sorts to the entire kingdom. So he says, okay, what? we are going to celebrate. We are going to celebrate, and this celebration is going to be extraordinary. And back in those days, as history suggests, everything was flamboyant, was extravagant. So Ghazni decides that every street corner will have cultural programs. People will have food stalls and carnivals at their street corner, so they don't have to walk distance to enjoy. They can just party sitting in their homes. And as far as the ministers were concerned, he went a step ahead. He said, we are going to set up carnival in your own house. You don't even have to step out of your house. Common man at least had to step out to the street corner, but as a minister in my kingdom, you get all the comforts at your place. So their kitchens were filled with all the delicacies. They had entertainment, they had a lot of fun, and everything was supplied to them without any questions. The ministers were very happy. Which king will do this? And they were praising Ghazni and enjoying, and the day of the carnival, they were drowning themselves with luxury, with comfort, and with entertainment. Around midday, the messenger comes to every minister's house with a message. And it's a serious message. He says, Sultan is unwell. He is critical, and now this message has reached you. You got to act on it. Ministers were disappointed. They were like, why should he choose this day to fall ill? We are having so much fun. It is so exciting to be here and enjoy all the luxuries, delicacies, and the entertainment. This man had to fall ill only today? He could have chosen any other day. So ministers started thinking. And some of them said, all right, we will come, but we will come in a while. Because as it is, there's no job for us. We just have to come and stand folding our hands in front of the Sultan or even outside in the waiting hall because doctors have to treat him. We don't have much to do. Some ministers went a notch higher. They started behaving smart. They acted as if they did not even get or receive this message so that they can plead innocence. They can plead that they did not even know that Sultan was unwell, and maybe next day they will wake up and then run to the court to say that we did not know this happened, and the minute we heard, we are here in front of you. So this was going on, and as we can guess, nobody turned up at the court even after hearing this message that Sultan was unwell. Finally, all the celebrations and entertainment and party was over. Next morning, reality bites. Reality sinks into every minister, and without much ado, they rush and find themselves at the court only to see Sultan hale and healthy. Muhammad Ghazni was sitting on his throne, hale and healthy, expecting the ministers to come one by one. And when all of them assembled and told their stories of why they got delayed, Ghazni only says one thing. Let's see. Because this time he wanted them to see Ayaz next to him since the previous afternoon. It was only Ayaz who left the celebrations, who left the party and rushed to the Sultan the minute the messenger sent the message or told the message to Ayaz. And then every other minister puts their head down in shame. Friends, the story goes on, and you know what kind of a person Ghazni is and what he would have done with the minister, but I will leave that to your imagination. But the essence of me narrating this story today to you is basically the role Ayaz played in Ghazni's life. For Ayaz, even though he was a minister, Ghazni never ceased to be his master. For all of us, when we hear this story, the essence and the lesson we take out of this is, no matter how high you reach, never forget the ladder you took to climb. In fact, I'm reminded of my uncle, my maternal uncle, who is now in his 70s. He has had an eventful life, a great life. He went on to study medicine for the first time in our family. He became an MBBS doctor back in the 60s. And from there, he went on to become a medical officer of health, a government servant taking care of the entire city of Bangalore in its region. And then he goes on, even after retirement, to become the registrar of the Medical Association or the Medical Council. But after all that, after, I will say, 3 eventful careers, today when he is sitting at home, relaxed and retired, his common chant is, never forget the path you took to reach where you are. No matter where you reach, it is immaterial. What is important is, never ever forget the path you traveled to reach where you are. As the saying goes, don't forget the ladder which brought you to the leadership mantle. Because if you kick the ladder, you are not only doing a crime, you are actually stopping others from climbing the ladder, because you cease to be a role model. You cease to be an example. So coming back to Ayaz's story and Muhammad Ghazni, what we can learn is, Ayaz never forgot his rise, his road to his riches, or his rise to the minister's position. And aptly, even Muhammad Ghazni did not forget Ayaz, because he was true servant, true follower of Muhammad Ghazni. And he went on rewarding him. So the good thing is, Ghazni rewarded Ayaz, and the best thing is, Ayaz understood his journey and he never forgot it. In our lives, we always want to become better. We want to become better than what we are today, and we want to reach a greater spot, maybe in our career, in our life, with our wealth, with our relationships, with our health, whatever it is. But when you don't forget the path you took, it will keep us grounded. It will keep us rooted. And that root will only bring strength to the heights we reach in our life. As a metaphor, the stronger the root, the sweeter the fruit. So friends, look at this story with that perspective, because history has a lot of lessons to give, and we have to keep our eyes, ears and mind open to grasp those lessons. So let's take these lessons and remember, we will not forget the path we take to reach wherever we are. Thank you very much for watching CSK Speaks. Do like, share and subscribe to my channel, for I will be coming back to you with more such stories and perspectives.